Okay, I got my lye solution here, ready to go in and melt my butters. Feel that heat. All right, I'm gonna put this in a safe location somewhere else. Out of the way. Okay. All right. Oh, if I could get a breeze in here in the garage today, it's hot. I'm just gonna start stirring to start working on all those oils to melt everything down, including my big hunks of shea butter. I tried to cut them up, but I didn't want to get shea all over my gloves and be all greased up here. So we're just gonna break them down with the spatula as best as we can. You know, I was just telling my husband, who helps me with most of this, mainly he helps with making sure kids do not come. I wish more than anything, it's like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, maybe I can like pay my bills with my soap making. I don't even care about paying my bills because I do have a full-time job. I just want to pay somebody to mix together lye water and oils because dang, that stuff is tedious, and also lye just freaks me out. But that's why I mix it in the garage, and I flat step outside of the garage into my driveway so it's completely open air, and I just don't get close to it, and I'm pretty careful. And if it spills, it's gonna spill on the cement outside. So gosh, look how quick that lye temp is already melting down the butters. So we got a mixture once again of shea, palm, coconut, canola, olive oil, avocado. So quite a lot of liquid oils, which I prefer to work with, easier to measure personally. Plus, since I use the method of using lye to melt my butter, it's a much easier way to do it. So let's actually check the temperature of our soap batter right now. Stay. Let me get my thermometer, my thermometer gun here. Okay. We're at 120. Perfect. We are going to be making a lavender chamomile soap. So it's just going to smell like lavender. I have rarely found lavender scents to be mixed with something and actually be able to pick something up other than lavender. The one time I mixed lavender and orange together, oh mama, that was good. In fact, we're gonna have to make another one of those because that was a wonderful smelling soap, and I had it orange and purple, and it was like super Halloween-y feel to it, but it was just really pretty soap. We're gonna try a technique again today that I was not able to try the other day because my soap accelerated on me, but that's okay. I think we're still gonna have success with it. But as everybody knows, when you're dealing with an essential oil, what do essential oils not do? Accelerate. They are very friendly things to work with. I would love to only work with essential oil, but there are just too many fragrances that smell delish. Okay. So we still got little bits, nothing too crazy. Nice little chunks. They're almost done. Sometimes when you let it just sit for a second, it really works at breaking down that soap. And we're gonna do a 5-pound batch today because lavender is probably one of the most popular soap scents on the planet. I mean, let's be real here. So I don't know of many soap shops you could go to where there isn't some sort of lavender there. And of course we're gonna have purples. We're gonna have, so I mixed up neon purple. Very pretty. It's almost like a Barney purple. I'm a 90s kid, y'all. And then, which Barney's older than 90s. Oh geez. And here's purple. This is lavender purple. And then of course, I got my white titanium dioxide just to have a real contrast between the three colors. I think it's gonna be so pretty. Okie dokie. So this is just the little bits we have left. That's good enough to stick blend with. So I'm gonna take this to my other workspace that has the plug, and I'm gonna blend it up together, and I'll be right back with my really light trace. And I'm back. Got it to a super light trace because I like to have more control of the soap after mixing colors and whatnot. It is completely user's preference. Now, since we're going to be working with an essential oil, I'm actually going to go ahead and dump it into my main bucket here, and then we're going to disperse it between the colors. Lavender Chamomile Fragrance Oil. Is this not? You know what? Since it's got chamomile, it's not just an essential oil. What a... Sometimes, y'all, sometimes I wonder about myself. Okay, new plan. We're gonna dump into the colors because it does have chamomile in it, and that might affect some things. We're just gonna take caution here. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get some in our white. We got these nice thick plastic containers. Whoops. Bumped the camera. Okay, and our last purple. Super pretty. Okay, get a little bit more in the white. We're gonna be a full house here today. Okay. A little more. Okay, I'm gonna scrape out any little bits of the soap batter because we're gonna be dumping all these colors back into the same pot. Yes, I could get a whole nother dish, but I don't want to. I don't want to get another pot and have to wash another pot. Okay. I can hear the airplane going by. Like I've said, I'm working in my garage, so we're gonna have a lot of background noises. Okay, so we got scraped out enough. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the stick blender, my little baby whisk, actually not a stick blender, and we're gonna mix up the colors. Oh, the battery is slowly dying on me. Lovely. Because that's what I needed right now whenever I'm trying to mix up soap color, is for the stick blender, the little baby one to die. I could use the big one in here, but I don't want to accelerate things that quick. Okay, I actually think this color is lighter, so we're going to do this purple. Ooh, pretty. We're definitely going to get a spatula, and I'll probably just get a whisk and whisk it in. Actually, I just realized I have a whisk down in my box below. That would be like super helpful actually. I'm just going to use that. That will not agitate the soap. But definitely do some temperature checks just with your hand, just to see, are we staying a pretty decent temp? Are we getting really heated up? If we're getting really heated up, you need to watch out for that, because that means your soap's starting to accelerate here. Let me get my whisk from down below. Okie dokie. Huh. This is actually probably supposed to be connected to something. Who knows? Okay. I'm gonna go in really should have something to measure this out with, but I don't. Okay, we're gonna measure with our heart. Here we go. First one, second one, third one. How much I got left? Yeah, I got a good bit. Okay. I like a really soft smell. I personally just can't deal with in-your-face fragrance. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just a real gentle whisking motion to get the colors. Ooh, getting hit in the face with lavender right now. Not a bad place to be, but woo. There's something about warm soap. Oh, look at that. Is it making my... Look at that. Is it making my fragrance color? Is the fragrance changing my color? Interesting. All right, next to lavender. Interesting. Or is it just kind of... Nope, it's not changing it. It was just sitting on top. We're good. False alarm on that one. All right, here's neon though. What's going on with neon? It's kind of changing it. Not no, nah, it's okay. It's playing nice. That's good. All right. Super pleased. All right, when you're confident that you got your colors mixed, we're gonna get our bucket. Lord, I am cooking in this Texas heat right now in my garage. Okay, we're definitely gonna start with white. There's my bucket. Make sure we don't have any little weird crusties. Okay, that's on the outside of the bucket. Okay, you know what? Just kidding. We're gonna do a little last switch because I'm not confident in my ability with the bucket. We're gonna get the mold and we're gonna start from the center and just keep pouring on top of it itself, color after color after color. So let's start with white. Okay. You know what? I really need like a paper towel or something to catch the drips. Let me get that real quick because it will just burn through my glove. Okay, next color, purple. I am kind of starting to feel some forms of acceleration. So we're going to be a little bit heavier handed on our dump of our colors here because we don't want anything to go south on us here. Like that. You see that plop, plop, plop. She's trying to thicken up on us. How rude. Okay. Oh yeah, see? Do a little check-in. That's thick. Ooh, got soap butter on my arm. Trying to burn my arm, I guess. Yep, she's trying to thicken up. How unbelievably rude. Oh, there's a cut there too, no wonder. Okay, we're just gonna have to have mess, but I'd rather have mess than... Okay. Mess up my soap. Pretty colors though. Really helps to stay calm in situations like this where you just want to freak out because it's like, why is this happening to me? But that's okay. Especially when I started this journey thinking I was going to have time because I was working with an essential oil and then realized at the last minute that it was chamomile mixed in, so that automatically means it's not your average essential oil. Gotta smack, especially if your soap batter's thickening up on you. especially if it's thickening up on you. Okay, so now we're not even penetrating layers anymore. We're just sitting on top. Actually, that penetrated. So I'm going to kind of take it from here to here. Okay. And I'm going to take it from here to here. Okay. Now it's coming with our white. And really just fill in that top surface area. Okay, let's pick it up. Smack it. Okay. Now we're just gonna let it sit for a second and think about life. And think about why it went sideways on me. Well, it did because of the chamomile. Because regular, just lavender essential oil would not have heated up the soap so much. I mean, let's just check the temperature of this right now. We are at 121. Scratch that. 118, 116. So that's just a few degrees below where we were whenever we brought it to trace. So that is how acceleration happens, through heat. The fragrance oil superheats up that soap batter and it starts to accelerate, and of course that's ricing and all of those not very fun things that happens to soap makers in their soap. I still got soap sitting in these cups over here. I guess I went a little bit over on my measurements, but that is okay because we're going to try and start. See, it's still, you know, it accelerated, but it's still got a lot of give to it. So let's get something to do a little bit of a stir effect, just so it doesn't look like this on top. I should leave it like this though. Be like, this is it, folks. This is lavender chamomile for you. No rhyme, no reason to the swirl on top. Really don't care too much about my top as much as I do about what's going on inside the bar. Okay. Might put like a little bit more purple from my container in this direction. One of my spatulas. Okay. See? You can just ladle across the top where you want that color to show itself. Thankfully, the soap batter is thick enough to where I can stack it above technically where the mold line goes, and it's just staying in its place. That's how you're able to do like a soap frosting, hello vehicles, situation. You just wait for your soap to set at a thicker trace and then put it in a piping bag and put it on top like it's a cake or a cupcake. That is not my preference anymore. I love seeing bars with the tops. I mean, you know, Katie at Royalty Soaps is definitely the one who started that, I feel like. But I think like soap, just with its basic form, is so pretty too. Still got a lot of white left. I don't know if I have enough surface area to do something with it, but we'll see. Get my little cheap paintbrush and get it all cleaned off. Guess we could use this in too if I wanted. Really doesn't matter. Okay. Swirl, swirl like it was intentional. Swirl, swirl. Like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, the only people who will ever know the stress that a bar of soap caused you is yourself and somebody else around you if they were there witnessing it. So when this final product comes out, I'm gonna take this to the floor and smack it on the cement floor here. Because I mean business today. It's pretty satisfying to see little bubbles come to the surface. That means the smacking on the ground worked. But look, I'm kind of starting to have some spillage. So I'm going to give it just about another minute or two to keep thickening up before I lay on some more white. And I'm just going to keep stirring this white in this container over here so it doesn't go south on me either. It's got a little bit of purple trail in there now. Oh Lord, it wouldn't be a video made in Texas if you couldn't hear cicadas in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear the cicada. Kind of the wrong time of day for it to be doing its circadian thing right now. But yeah, so we got a little bit of bubbles right there. Got some spillage. Spillage is holding strong though on the barrier. Gotta give it just a little bit longer before we do something about it. I'll bring y'all back when I got it done. Okay, a lot transpired since I turned it off last. I attempted to do swirly, swirly, swirly. It got really thick, so I got a spoon and did like your typical basic texture on top. Still looks really pretty. Definitely think I'm gonna go in with some glitter just to seal the deal here with the pretty lavender. So, all right. I love the subtle shimmer that this glitter does. And this glitter is safe for bath products. It is from Brambleberry. Soap Queen. Yeah, that's really pretty. She's looking a little ricey, but that's okay. It's still gonna be a really nice soap. Soap doesn't always have to be beautiful to be a really nice bar. I mean, I am dousing it in glitter. Woo! Let's do a little test. Yep, nothing's coming up. So there it is. There is the shiny lavender chamomile. That decided to get a little feisty with me. But that's okay. That's alright. I should have known better. That's why you should really research your fragrance oils before you use them. Which, let me look at that one more time actually. And here's the dead giveaway. So here we go. Here's the lavender chamomile, right? Fragrance oil. Let's just get out one of their essential oils real quick and see if I was just being a ding dong, which more than likely I was. Because I have just, yep, look at that. I was the ding dong. So here's lemon EO certified essential oil. I am going to be your friend is really what that means. I will not harm your soap is what that means. Fragrance oil. Not all fragrance oils are going to harm your soap, but watch out for that. That's a big difference between the labels. And that is why I thought I was going to be carefree with this soap. Ugh. And it quickly went in a different direction. However, it looks pretty. It smells great. Let's get a close up. It was not an essential oil. Actually, it was me. Okay, here we are the next day with the lavender chamomile. You can see a little bit of the crack on the top just because it really heated up quite quick. The side sure looks pretty. So I've already got it out of the mold. Let's go ahead and put it down on our cutter here. And we'll see how it looks on the inside. Disregard the background noise. I'm doing some laundry. Okie dokie. Here we go. Ooh, nice hard bar this morning. Look at that. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected for how quickly things started to move. It is cool though. I definitely wanted each purple to have its own moment, and that definitely is what happened here. Okay, let's keep moving here. Do a couple more because each bar tells a different story here. That's nice. See, all because it was cracking on top. Still real pretty. Definitely smells very lavender and chamomile-like. So this is not exactly what I had planned for this soap. But of course, as we all remember, I realized it wasn't just an essential oil, it was a fragrance oil. I could have stuck something down in there and mixed it up, but whenever you are working with stuff that has accelerated pretty quickly on you, I don't like to penetrate the soap too much, because with how chunky and cloddy it is, a lot of air bubbles will come through. One more for good measure. Ah, see? This is when it started accelerating, but then towards the end, some of the colors did penetrate through the top. And so that's why we have more of this. See, like every bar is different. Every bar tells a story about what happened during the soap making process. So yeah, different on that side. Here it is on this side. That's lavender chamomile. All 3 bars came from the same soap loaf. Pretty cool.